There's a lot you don't know about Prince Charming. Some of you may not even realize that there's more than one Prince Charming, and that none of them are actually named Charming. You see, back in the day, bards and minstrels were the world's only real source of news. It was they who bestowed fame upon people. They didn't think it was important to include the names of the heroes. They just called those guys Prince Charming. If there was anything that could unite these princes, it was their mutual hatred of that name. Prince Frederick wasn't always hopeless. There was a time when he aspired to become a hero, but it seems it wasn't meant to be. The king was very protective of his heir. His motto was,
"Not a scare, not a bruise, and not a blemish."
And he went to extreme measures to keep his son away from anything that might give him so much as a scratch. Prince Frederick wanted to try stuff, but his father always came up with an excuse to keep Frederick from doing it.
Can I take sword fighting lessons?
Swords are too sharp, my boy.
Can I take sword fighting lessons?
Swords are too sharp, my boy, and I need a sword with both ears attached.
Archery.
Eyes poked out.
Martial arts.
Bones broken.
Mountaineering.
Eyes broken and bones poked out.
Frederick would not stop asking, so his father came up with a scheme to keep him from asking to try anything daring again. He told his son that he could be an animal trainer. Frederick was happy until he was taken the next day to a room with a tiger in it. When the animal trainer let the animal out of the cage, the animal ran right for him. It scared Frederick so much that he never asked to try anything again. Until one night, after meeting a beautiful girl with a daredevil gleam in her eye, they enjoyed dancing, but she ran off at the stroke of midnight.
Father, I have to find that girl.
Son, you've never been outside the palace gates. What if there are tigers out there?
Frederick shrank, but didn't give up entirely. He sent a valet to search for the girl. The valet found a sooty girl named Ella. When he told his father that he wanted to marry her, his father told him,
"An ill-bred wife could destroy your imagination more than any scare or broken limb ever would."
Frederick finally understood what his father really thought. For the first time, Frederick stood up to his father.
You do not rule my heart. My heart wants Ella. I will ride a tiger to get her if I had to.
Luckily for him, the king was shocked enough to give in. Frederick became engaged to Ella, but this is where the bards got it all wrong. The true story did not end here with the traditional, and they lived happily ever after. Not at all. Ella loved Frederick, and they had plans to get married. But after she saw how Frederick really lived, she was unhappy. He was living a very protected life and refused to try anything. She wanted to go horseback riding, but Frederick didn't know how and just gave her the excuses that his father had given him. She started feeling like a prisoner again and decided to leave. She wanted to go out and have an adventure and discover what had happened to the kingdom's bard. She left a note to let Frederick know how she felt.
"I'm terribly sorry to do this, and to you, I hope that someday you will understand that why I had to leave. I need some more. I'm heading off to find Rapunzel for what it's worth. Right that night at the ball was really the most romantic night of my life."
Frederick loved Ella deeply. He asked his valet, Reginald, for some advice.
Reginald, what do you think I should do? And be honest with me. Don't tell me what you think my father would want to say.
Don't let her get away. Get a move on. Go after Ella. I know you're scared, but get over it. There's a bit of courage in you somewhere.
Okay, I'll go.
That's the spirit.
Little did he know that he was starting a great adventure that would unite him with 3 other guys, also known as Prince Charming, Liam, Duncan, and Gustav. Ella, in her search for the missing bard, ends up being imprisoned by Rapunzel's witch. When Frederick finds out, his mission becomes saving her. Little does he know that she is not the helpless type. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. While on this quest to save Ella, he meets the other prince who decides to help him rescue Ella.